of 31 Days of Halloween. Yes, we're back on track. We are back on track, I promise. So, yeah. Continuing in the Nightmare on Elm Street reviews, today we're going to be talking about Freddy vs. Jason, released in 2003, directed by Ronnie Yu. And this is the 8th installment in the Nightmare on Elm Street series and the 11th installment in the Friday the 13th series. And the film stars Robert Englund, Jason Ritter, Christopher George McKee, Monica Key, Kelly Rowland, and Ken. What's his name? Who's the actor that plays Jason in the film? Hold on. Ken Kistner as Jason. And yeah. So the basic plot of this movie is we basically follow Freddy Krueger, who is not feared anymore on Elm Street. None of the kids fear him. None of the people on Elm Street are basically scared. Nobody's scared of him anymore. And he wants people to remember him. And so he travels deep into the bowels of hell, literally. And that's where he comes across Jason Voorhees. And he thinks, maybe I can have Jason do my job and make people remember me. And then that turns into an all-out war between the two characters, and yeah, so that's the plot of the movie. But I'm gonna read the plot off of Wikipedia to give you a better version of the plot. So here it is off of Wikipedia. The film pits their the film excuse me, yeah. The film pits their respective franchises, titular antagonists together. Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees. Weakened and forgotten after the citizens of his hometown Springwood began using medications to repress their dreams, Freddy revises Jason to stir up enough fear to grow his powers that he may return and kill again. But Jason turns out to be not to be as easily controllable as Freddy initially thought, leading the two supernatural mass murders into conflict. Meaning they beat the shit out of each other. And that's the plot of Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy vs. Jason. This movie took a long time to make because you had Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare come out, and then you had Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. And if you remember in Jason Goes to Hell, at the end of that movie, Freddy's hand pops up and grabs Jason's mask. And so, yeah. But Freddy's Dead Final Nightmare came out in 1991, and Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday, came out in 1993. And so, yeah, the studio wanted to get A Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th together in a movie. And in 2003, people got their wish because I think at that time Alien vs. Predator came out. And so Freddy vs. Jason, the New Line Cinema wanted to make Freddy vs. Jason since Alien vs. Predator came out. And they got their wish. And most people do not like Freddy vs. Jason. Most people think this movie is not good. Some people think it's fun. Some people have a total blast watching it. I, on the other hand, have a total blast watching this movie. I think it's a ton of fun seeing Freddy and Jason go at each other's throats in the film, and they do. There's some fight scenes in the film, and it's great. I love the fight scenes. Yeah. So and the cast of this movie is good. You've got Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger, as always. And I think this is the final film for Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger because, in 2010 we got the remake and Jackie Earle Haley played Freddy Krueger in that movie, which we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But he's good. I like Freddy. I like Robert Englund. I've loved him ever since the first Nightmare on Elm Street. I think he plays the character very well. And so, yeah. Ken Kirzinger as Jason Voorhees. He's in this movie. He's creepy in this movie. He's scary. But you see why he's scary. Monica Keena as Lori. She's good. She lost her mother prior to this because she thought her dad killed her, but no, Freddy did. So, yeah. Kelly Rowland is Kelly Rowland's in this movie. Brendan Fletcher's in this movie. You got the guy from Scary Movie in this movie. So that's funny. He was even in White Chicks. So, yeah, you've got Lachlan Monroe as Deputy Scott Stubbs. So he's pretty funny in this movie. Zach Ward, of course, is in this movie. I will always remember Zach Ward from A Christmas Story. I don't know why, but every time I see Zach Ward, I always think that's the bitch from A Christmas Story. So, yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in this movie. The death scenes are good. There's a really funny death scene with a bed where Jason stabs this guy in the bed and then folds the bed up. That was pretty cool. One guy gets his head decapitated. One guy gets slashed. You don't see it though, but you see the blood after that. One guy gets set on fire. One girl gets slashed by Jason up against a tree, which I don't know how that would kill you, but it does. The action scenes are great. The fight scenes between Jason and Freddy are good. I especially like the scene in the house where they're fighting and yeah, so yeah. But Freddy vs. Jason, this is a fun movie. I have fun with it. I like it a lot. I think it's a ton of fun. Sorry, and yeah. So yeah. So Freddy vs. Jason. I have to go to the bathroom, so that's why I'm trying to rush through this. But yeah, Freddy vs. Jason. It's a ton of fun. And yeah, I have a blast watching it. And that's my view of Freddy vs. Jason. So we've got one more left. And it's the remake. Please pray for me tomorrow, guys, as I watch the remake, because holy shit, the remake is... Yeah, you'll see. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe down below. And I'll see you all tomorrow for day 14 of 31 Days of Halloween. See you later.